Yeah, we live. I think we're live. If we're live, someone say something. I'm streaming a little bit earlier than I scheduled. Just, you know, I like doing that. Just so I could talk to the early birds. So who's here? Type 1 if you're here. It's been like, I think a little bit over a month since my last stream. My main excuse being Samurai Remnant came out and I just wanted to play that every day. That and stuff happening in personal life, but yeah. By the way, can you guys hear me just fine? And does the audio sound okay? Like, can you hear the music and whatnot? Time to start my ramen to time it. I don't think I'm gonna finish this tier list before you finish your ramen. Now, if you're making like instant ramen, that's probably gonna take like maximum 5 minutes. If you're making like actual legitimate ramen, with like chashu and, you know, the egg and whatnot, that's probably gonna take you a good while. But either way, I don't think this stream is gonna be shorter than your ramen making time. Ads really suck. What kind of ad did you guys? I keep getting for the life of me, and I mentioned this before, but Jesus Christ, the fucking Honkai Star Rail ads keep shoved up my ass all the time. I just open any video and it's always Honkai Star Rail, and I'm like, do they want me to play this game? Like, I don't know. But that's the only ad I ever get nowadays. It's only ever that. But it do be like that. Oh, good so far. Okay, thank you, Hunter. So I'm just gonna big chill. I do have 2 tier lists prepared. I don't know which one I want to do. One of them is gonna take significantly longer. The other one is a lot shorter. So if we go this here, so that's Musashi. I have the Emiya theme playing in the background for obvious reasons. So today's Shirou Day, if you guys didn't know, October 20th, for some reason, is the designated Shirou Day in the Fate community. Again, I don't even know the story behind that. It's just everybody online, particularly on Twitter or on X, I guess social media in general, people just like to change their profile pic to Emiya for a day and then post their favorite Emiya quotes or pictures or whatever. And I'm just like, why is this a thing? I don't know why it's a thing. Why isn't there a Gilgamesh Day? Where's the Guild Day? Where's Sakura Day? You know, Rin Day. You know, well, where are those days? Oh yeah, Shinji Day. Shinji Day would be a great day. Although I don't know if people want to celebrate him, considering he's kind of messed up, but that's okay. 2 tiers, Gil and not Gil. He'd literally be not in no tier. So this is the first tier list. As you can see, it has most of the mainline Emiyas, but it doesn't have all of them. Like for example, it has one of the Ilya verse Emiyas, but there's technically 2. There's the pussy bitch one, and then there's this one. And then there's this tier list, which literally has every single Emiya under the sun, which I'm not gonna do a tier list on all these guys. If I do decide to use this one, I'm probably gonna divide it accordingly. Plus it has Kuro here for some reason. Yo, what's up, Brandon? Oh, Archer Blades is here. Okay, Archer. So I think I'm gonna do this one just because it's a lot more simplified. It doesn't have every single Emiya, but dog, I'm not gonna do that. This is a lot. This is a lot to go through. That's a bit much. Also, just a quick disclaimer, if you guys didn't see my pinned comment, I don't hate Emiya like that. I jokingly hate him because of what he does to Gilgamesh and Unlimited Blade Works, but for the most part, I'm pretty indifferent about the dude. Like, okay, the 2 main things why, like, he might rub me the wrong ways. One, he did my boy dirty in Unlimited Blade Works, right? And the second one is because he keeps spooking me in Grand Order. That's the 2 main reasons why I hate him. But otherwise, I don't legitimately hate him, I guess. I'm more indifferent than anything. It's not like I love the man. But I think that's why making a tier list will be interesting, because I'm pretty unbiased for the most part. So we're going to get started in a couple of minutes. I'd consider Chloe and Emiya has his powers. I mean, you know, Ilya in if you didn't watch Prisma, Ilya is kind of a not the biggest spoiler, but in season 1, Ilya herself got Emiya's powers. So does that make Emiya Or does that make Ilya and Emiya? Like, I don't know if that counts. To be honest, I ended up buying the digital Samurai Remnant again in English. My Japanese ain't good yet. Oh shit. Yeah. That's unfortunate that you're pre-ordered Samurai Remnant for some reason, because in PC you could choose between Japanese, English, and like global for some reason, even though global is still English. But you could change the language, is basically what I'm saying. But it's just weird that on Switch and maybe on PS5 it's the same case where you can't change the language. It's weird, so that sucks. Also, I saw that you got the Ada Wong Resident Evil DLC. I saw your post on Twitter where you threw the grenade, and at the same exact time the enemy threw a knife, and then the two just canceled each other out, then the grenade just blew up in your face. That shit was fucking funny. But it looks like you got all the achievements for that DLC, which, I mean, based on what you did with the base game, I'm not surprised. I mean, congratulations. It's in order. Alright, so... Okay, which Emiya should we do first? Should we do base Emiya, like base Shirou, or should we start with Archer? I kind of want to start with Archer, work my way up to normal Shirou, but I'm gonna give you guys the choice, because why not? Gosh dang, that sucked. Yeah, that's crazy. Under the snow. See, the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Spoiler: he's probably gonna be in the top tier, but I want to save him for last. You know, I want to save the homie for last because he's kind of the goat. He's kind of the goat. Don't want to put the. You know what? Let's start with the most. I want to say controversial one. Actually, I was gonna say that would be the Heaven's Feel one, but it might be Emiya Alter. Let's just do Heaven's Feel first, because Heaven's Feel is like the route, one of the original routes that people don't like the most. So I want to start with that one, then work our way up the ladder to the good shit. So Heaven's Feel Shirou. Jesus Christ, it's actually harder than I thought, because all the Emiyas are pretty similar ish, kind of. But there's like for example, Heaven's Feel Shirou, like he's still a good dude, like he is in Unlimited Blade Works and Fate and like the other Fates, right? But obviously he goes against his morals because he has a hard on for Sakura, so he's he's different in that sense. I mean, Heaven's Feel Route Shirou Emiya, it's heartbreaking. Yeah, I'll be real with you guys. I know everyone hates Heaven's Feel, or most people do, but I actually kind of like Shirou in there. I think him in Unlimited Blade Works, just talk about Unlimited Blade Works for a bit. By the way, let me know, guys, if you guys could hear the Emiya music in the background. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. It's a bit loud in my ears, but hopefully it sounds okay in you guys' ears. UBW Shirou is sort of, I guess, disturbed. I mean, they literally talk about it in the anime where like his mental state is kind of fucked, whereas in Heaven's Feel he sort of, because of Sakura, he's able to pull back that obsessive behavior of wanting to be like a hero and shit. And I kind of like that. I know that might be like a hot take. I kind of like the fact that he pulls back on that obsessiveness a little bit, but I don't know. Heaven's Feel Shirou probably took more human. Yeah, he feels that, that's a good way to put it. He feels more human, whereas in UBW he feels more like robotic. In a sense, he feels more robotic. That he has this one goal and he won't steer away from that goal. Whereas in Heaven's Feel he makes human decisions, based on how he feels about Sakura, and I kind of like that. But where does he? This is just gonna take a while now. But I prefer UBW because he followed. Yeah, I see. So I get that. I get that idea too. I get that perspective. I think I'm gonna put Heaven's Feel Shirou in the middle for now. We're gonna change things up as we go if we have to, maybe towards the end. I'll put him in the middle for now because I do like him. He might go up a tier later, but I do like him. I think he's cool. I think in a fight though, if this is gonna be like an all-out fight between the Shirous, I think he's probably the one who's gonna get bodied the fastest, just because he's like a glass cannon. He could use his power like 3 times at most, and then he's kind of fucked. Whereas the other Emiyas, granted, UBW Emiya needed Rin's mana in order to sustain unlimited blade works, but he could last in a fight longer than Heaven's Feel Shirou. Whereas, you know, Heaven's Feel Shirou, like after using his powers, he's just gonna get fucked. Yo, Shirou Day 2023, let's go. I hate Prisma Ilya Shirou. Why he? So you might be thinking, like, the fact that you said he never fights in Prisma Ilya, that lets me know that you're either talking about the one that's like in Ilya's timeline, or you never finished Prisma Ilya, because he does fight in Prisma Ilya, just not the one in the Ilya timeline. If you guys have seen Prisma Ilya, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, he does fight. In fact, he fights quite a bit. All right, next one. So Heaven's Feel Shirou B tier. He's in the middle for now. I think I'm okay with that. In my opinion, the next controversial one, if not, it probably is the most controversial one, is Emiya Alter, and I don't think I have to explain why he's probably the most controversial one. If you play the NA version of the game and you know how he looks like in JP, and the fact that they had to censor him for kind of obvious reasons, that's probably why he's controversial. But we're not gonna be talking about design, we're gonna be talking about their character. Emiya Alter might be like legitimately my least favorite Emiya. I'm not even kidding. It might be my least favorite one, and it's not necessarily anything he's done wrong. It's I just find him lackluster, I guess. Like, he has this whole character development, and I think the extra CCC event where we find out why he's the way he is. But I don't know, he's just kind of there. He doesn't really do anything else outside of Shinjuku and the extra CCC event. I don't know. No, Archer Blades, no, not, okay, don't you dare accuse me of that. Nah, dude. All right, for that statement, I might have to put a S here, because, you know, people might get offended now. But for real, again, we're not even talking about design. Honestly, actually, if I'm gonna be talking about his design, I actually really like his design. I like his outfit, even though I do prefer the red and black outfit that normal Emiya does have. I think the gold and like black outfit's pretty sick. But just character-wise, he's just a more edgy Emiya, or more edgy Archer, and Archer's already pretty edgy in himself, but Emiya Alter just takes it on a whole other level for whatever reason, and he gets guns. So I don't know. He is probably my least favorite Emiya though. Emiya Alter, he looking like Poochie. Yeah, everyone says that. Looks like the homie from JoJo's, but I think I'll put him. I'll put him D tier. I don't. It's not because he's done anything necessarily wrong. It's just he's kind of just there after Shinjuku and after the extra CCC event. I don't know any other events where he has a strong presence in. Whereas we always see Archer, you know, he's always thrown into an event as like a cook or something, or even in interludes where he acts like as a I guess someone for advice. Like, I think in Parvati, I want to say Parvati's interlude, someone's interlude, or a couple of interludes, he's in there and he's always like the one person people go to for advice. I think even Yu's interlude as well. Like he has a presence in a lot of interludes. He's like the go-to guy for advice and whatnot. So I guess while we're talking about him, we might as well talk about, or like put Archer Emiya in the tier somewhere. As far as Nameless goes, we'll get there when we get there. Hating after Shirou Day is insane, and I'm here for it. Like, listen, again, disclaimer, I don't hate Emiya like crazy. Like, you know, I'm indifferent. I'm indifferent for the most part. I just don't like the fact that he spooks me all the time. Yeah, I don't even have the will to. Yeah, I was gonna ask you actually. I don't know if you've grailed Emiya Alter, but I guess you just answered my question. I mean, I guess at some point you probably will, right? I mean, you love the man, but Again, he's just kind of there. I like it. I will say this about him. You know what? I think I'll bump his tier. I'll bump him up a tier just because of this. I really like his Noble Phantasm. I think that's such a cool, I guess, twist to Unlimited Blade Works, where essentially he shoots someone with a bullet, and then all the blades from Unlimited Blade Works comes out from like the target. I think that's a really cool way to use Unlimited Blade Works. So you know what? I will bump him up a tier just because his NP is actually pretty sick. Yeah, Unlimited Lost Works is so cool. I think that's a cool concept. Okay, so normal Archer Emiya. Ooh. So he's at least A tier, right? I mean, we could all agree he's at least A tier. I'm just debating if whether or not he's S or A tier. Because Archer, I mean, even though he's kind of a Soon and he has an attitude and he's kind of a bitch to everyone, right? A little bit he has an attitude against everyone, but he means well, you know, he means well. He still has that inner Shirou within him that always tries to do the right thing. And throughout Grand Order, I mean, he's pretty much just there as a cook and a point of wisdom. So he's at least A tier. Among Shirou's, I'd go A. Yeah, I think I'm cool with A. He could go to S if someone makes like a really good argument. I think A's fine for now. So it's funny that they don't include like the cooking with Emiya or the other Emiya from Prisma Ilya, but they do include Nameless from Extra, who's more or less just a normal Archer Emiya for the most part. I think there's like some differences here and there, but I honestly don't know where to put him because he's only really in the Extra series. He doesn't really show up anywhere else, and again, he's more or less the same as normal Archer, so I don't know. Grill after other characters. Okay, that makes sense. S tier for his English NP. Oh, dude, I used to be able to recite the whole chant. Let's see if I still got it. How the fuck? Oh, I am the bone of my sword, steals my body, fires my blood. I think that's what it is. I have created over 1,000 blades. I never said it normally, by the way. I used to do the Archer accent. What's the next line? I have created over 1,000 blades. I think it's unknown to death, nor known to life. I think there's different chants, by the way, depending on the series you're looking at. I'm talking about like the Unlimited Blade Works anime. Yeah, I don't know anything. Well, what comes afterwards? I know it ends with Unlimited Blade Works, obviously, but I don't know. So I think I'm gonna put Nameless at the same tier as Archer Emiya, because again, they're pretty much the same, and I hesitate to put him any lower just because again, he's essentially the same. Known to death nor known to life. Okay, I did say that. We are waiting for it. I'm assuming they're gonna. Oh, you're talking about Extra Record? Yeah, they haven't talked about it really. It's crazy, and I said this during my Samurai Remnant review, right? It's crazy that Samurai Remnant was announced not even a year ago, or like almost exactly a year ago, and it's already out. But Extra Record was announced almost 3 years ago. Have withstood pain to create many. Well, yeah, that's exactly it. Damn. Yeah, I don't remember that last bit. It's been a while. It's since like high school. Since Unlimited Blade Works the anime came out, I haven't really said the chant at all. I usually say the first couple lines and then that's it. Alright, so Nameless here with Archer Emiya. I think I'm still happy with Heaven's Feel Emiya being down here. And then Emiya Alter just went up just because he's pretty sick in terms of Noble Phantasm and design. I do like that. Anyone remember? Yeah, that VTuber Rin that they had for one of the trailers. Is that still a thing? Like, yeah, there's different Unlimited Blade Works chants depending on which work you're looking at. All right, so now we're just down to Fate Shirou, UBW Shirou, of course Muramasa, and then the Ilya-versed Shirou. So let's start with the most basic of them all, the most vanilla Fate Shirou, who is from, of course, the Fate route, which they haven't remade yet. I don't know if they're ever gonna remake it at this point. And now where do I put him in the tier? Have you made Archer Blades mad yet? No, I think I've been pretty fair. I don't know if he's disagreed with any placement so far. I mean, he agreed with me that Emiya Alter is probably the most, you know, lackluster of the Emiyas so far. So far we're good. Fate Stay Night, Shirou, it's meh. See, the problem is if I put him down here or even down here, I know that the visual novel enthusiast will come after my throat and he'll be like, no, he deserves to be S tier. I don't know if he deserves to be S tier, but listen, I don't know. I didn't watch the Fate route. That's fair. See, I feel like him, like the Fate Shirou and UBW Shirou are similar in terms of like morals and whatnot. The main difference is probably their powers, whereas this one has unlimited blade works, this one has Avalon built inside of him. I think that's like the main difference. S tier for sure. Does he really deserve S tier? Does the normal vanilla Shirou deserve S tier? I guess he's the first one, so he has seniority. You know, he's the OG. Without him, there wouldn't be any others. Avalon 2 OP. I guess in a fight, yeah, he's probably pretty freaking strong. Just because Avalon like basically keeps him alive. He did nothing in that route, not S. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Yeah, does he? I don't know then. We might have to save him for last. All right, you know what? We'll save him for last. Again, we're gonna save the OG, the very first Shirou, for last, because I think he's gonna be the most difficult one to rate. Just because if you didn't read the visual novel or didn't watch the original anime, which is old as shit at this point, he's probably the one that modern fans has the least exposure to. So I don't know. Wait, is this tier for development or powers? It's kind of a combination of everything. It could be character, powers. Like for example, Emiya Alter, he was in the bottom tier, but then I bumped him up because I really like his Noble Phantasm and his design. So like that could help a little bit. That like the design and whatnot could help a little bit. Fate Dean was my first Fate. Oh no, well shit, you're a better man than I am, because back then I wasn't watching anime. I was watching like fucking SpongeBob and shit, you know what I'm saying? But you know, you have to go back and watch OG at some point. Iman transfer Saber. That's the most epic thing he did. Damn. Well, I mean that's pretty metal when you think about it. That's pretty metal when you think about it. I missed the 2000s. Yeah, early 2000s goated, bro. Early 2000s goated. Early 2000s and like the early 2010s goated. The past 5 years, 8-ish years, decade even, maybe even the whole decade, has been pretty rough. With Rin's help, that's true. Actually, you know what? We gotta think about that. So unlimited blade work Shirou, if we're going off the VN from what we know in the VN, right? Unlimited blade work Shirou, you know, he gets it on with Rin, right? You know, that's pretty Chad, right? That's pretty Chad. You gotta admit. Heaven's Feel Shirou obviously gets it on with Sakura. You know, you love it or you hate it, whatever. Normal Fate Shirou gets it on with both Saber and Rin. That's pretty, like, I mean, come on. That's pretty sick. That's pretty sick nasty. Like, love him or hate him, you know, you gotta give the man some props. I think for that, he might just be A tier at the very least, because that's pretty metal, bro. That is... Who else could say that? Who else in any other Fate universe could say that? I don't think anyone else can say. And I mean, nowadays, like, you know, they don't really do those type of scenes anymore. But still, that's sick nasty with the sauce, man. That's sick nasty with the sauce. So for now, I'm gonna keep him at A tier. I think I'm gonna put him higher than Nameless because again, I don't know. Nameless, I'll put Nameless down here. I think Nameless is kind of average. It's kind of okay. So pretty cool. Kirito, he'll be jealous because Shirou Emiya is yeah. I mean, in terms of rizzing, bro, like Shirou's kind of the OG in terms of dual wielding swordsman that rizzes. He's kind of the OG. Kirito got nothing on him. I would argue Iori's kind of up there too, but unfortunately Samurai Remnant isn't a you know, rated R, so like he couldn't get it on with anyone in that game, but that's okay. All right, so Unlimited Blade Work Shirou. Ooh. So again, I'm very biased against him just because, you know, he humiliated my boy Gil. You know, you don't do that without, you know, angering me a little bit. So I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. You know, I think his theme is cool. You know, actually all their themes are good now. You know, we should do like a theme tier list. The only problem is I don't want to get like a copyright strike or anything if I listen to themes from like the anime. I think I can get away with like the Emiya themes from the games, but not from the animes. Not at all. Okay, so Unlimited Blade Work Shirou. All right, we were talking about feats earlier. We were talking about accomplishments and whatnot with the Fate Shirou, as far as like, you know, rizzing both Rin and Saber in one route, in one fell swoop at the same time, consensually. You know, it's all just EX here for him, right? Unlimited Blade Work Shirou. Okay, yeah, he gets it on with Rin. That's pretty good as it is, but as much as I hate to say it, you gotta give him props, bro. He does beat Gil. How many characters? Granted, nowadays it's like not as impressive as it used to be, probably, but it's still pretty impressive. He defeated Gil. He did body him. Granted, Gil wasn't taking him seriously, but you know, in the record books, you know, it's gonna say that he beat Gil, so it is what it is. And he does Riz Luvia, that's true. Luvia does, well, you know, like him. Granted, I'm assuming he's not going to do anything with her because I'll be cheating on the homegirl Rin. And if you have Rin as your girl, as your waifu, as your girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? You don't mess that up. If you mess that up, bro, like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You might as well become a priest or something and like never pursue another relationship because it's not going to work out ever again. Kojiro, he can't beat Gilgamesh. Actually, a fun fact, and it's funny you bring that up because I mentioned this to my girlfriend, but Kojiro is actually somebody that Gil actively avoids close quarters combat with because Kojiro's NP is actually pretty terrifying, and Gilgamesh knows that. Not saying that Gilgamesh like fears him or anything, but he knows that, like, okay, if I get too close to this man, he could body me. So if you notice in all the routes, unless I'm mistaken, in all the routes, Gilgamesh never confronts Kojiro. If I'm not mistaken, that never happened. So, why are we talking about Kojiro again? But yeah, Kojiro pretty cool. Oh Jesus Christ! Unlimited Blade Work Shirou is gonna be. I think he might be tied with Fate Shirou. He might be tied with Fate Shirou. Maybe. I don't know, man. Shit. I never heard of them interacting at all. That's what I'm saying. Gil does not. He knows not to fuck with him. And by no means am I saying Kojiro is stronger than Gil. That's no, hell no, bro. But he knows if he's too close, then Kojiro could get the swift kill. Tied Nabra? No, you don't think so? I don't know if I should put him S tier, bro. All right, besides beating Gil, which is probably his greatest accomplishment, next to rizzing Rin, well, what's another positive about Unlimited Blade Works that would put him over the edge of the other Emiyas in his tier? Because I don't know. Am I missing something? Because okay, he fights himself, and he beats himself in like a battle of like morals or wills. Got the coolest show title. Okay. I mean, if we're gonna be going by the fact that he's in the anime, that kind of, and this might be arguable, you know, some people might argue with this. He's the main character of the Fate anime that kind of put Fate on the map. People might argue Zero, but I want to say it wasn't until Blade Works where Fate started becoming more mainstream. It's not like super mainstream on some One Piece Naruto level shit, but when people hear UFO table, they automatically think Unlimited Budget Works, and obviously that's a reference to Unlimited Blade Works. So, you know, it's kind of hand in hand, you know. What's his theme in Fate Route? Just to be a hero. I think it's more or less the same as Unlimited Blade Works, more or less, kind of. I don't know. I would have to like reread the Fate Route in order to like remember for sure, but I feel like they're pretty similar. Me, Kuzuki 7 FGOAC, I mean he's pretty sick nasty, to be honest. I personally like Shirou more in Heaven's Field than Unlimited Blade Works. Me personally, I feel the same way, but okay, so all right, you know what? He got Gil's respect towards the end. He got himself his own respect from, you know, Archer Emiya, right? So I'm gonna put him at the highest placement in A tier, but I don't know if I'd put him in S tier. We'll think about that as we keep going. I mean, we only got 2 more Emiyas left. We've been lingering on UBW Shirou for a little bit too long. I'm pretty happy with the placement so far, for the most part. Now we're gonna talk about in my opinion, the 2 most. I want to say badass. I don't know if there's a better word, but I'm gonna just say badass. 2 most badass Shirou's, in my opinion. In my opinion, the 2 most badass ones. Granted, Muramasa isn't, you know, it's using Shirou's body. It's not really Shirou himself, but you know, still. And then Ilioverse Shirou, which he's goated with the sauce. Okay, so Muramasa, let's talk about his lore. He's a blacksmith that makes pretty sick nasty swords. I guess. Alright, so Muramasa, we're listening to his theme right now. Oh yeah, I guess Miyu vs. Shirou, I guess, if you want to go there. But he's from the Prisma Ilia series, that's why I said Ilioverse. So technically still Ilioverse, but whatever. Okay, so Muramasa, I mean, he's easily not B tier. He's not C. He's not D. Obviously, if I put him at D, people are gonna get mad. I'll be real. Shimosa Muramasa, when we first meet him, I didn't think he was all that. Everyone was hyped to see him. Everyone wanted to suck his dick, you know, get on their knees, slob on that knob, you know what I'm saying, polish his swords. You know, everyone was on him. Me, I was just like, he was alright in Shimosa, you know, nothing to write home about. And then he comes back later on in the Lostbelt arc, and he's more or less the same in the earlier Lostbelts. Like, okay, he's just kind of there, being a blacksmith, whatever. And then, of course, we get his character fleshed out more in Lostbelt 6. And I now have a greater appreciation for Muramasa because of Lostbelt 6. And a little bit of Lostbelt 5 towards the end, if you know, you know. But Lostbelt 6 definitely helped his case for me. For me, it helped a lot. Because beforehand, I would put him probably at like either high C tier or like low B tier. Because there really wasn't much to go off of besides the fact he has a cool theme. And he made a sword that, to slash like a tower in Shimosa. That's it. He didn't really do anything else. He's actually cool and amazing. Muramasa telling Inchun to stop and blowing off his torso was funny as hell. I almost forgot that happened. But, you know, again, nothing too crazy in Shimosa. It wasn't until later I was just like, damn, he's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, pretty cool. So most people would probably agree he's probably S tier or high A tier. Muramasa has the coolest Emiya theme version. It's pretty cool, you know, having that Japanese, I guess, instrumentals fused with it. It's pretty sick. Heaven's Feel friction with real and ideal. Yeah, that's a good way to put Heaven's Feel 1. So should he be S tier or A tier? That's like the thing about Muramasa. I think part of me is leaning towards S tier, but I don't know. S tier is like, yeah, he's a good looper. If we're gonna add gameplay into this, yeah, he's a good looper. He has a cool theme. You know, he was in the game since the beginning, technically, as a craft essence. So I do wish he was in Samurai Remnant. I think he would just fit perfectly with Samurai Remnant. Just being able to use him in Samurai Remnant would be so cool. But alas, I guess they didn't want to put him there because Musashi was already in Samurai Remnant, and just to have 2 Shimosa characters in there. Well, technically 3. I'm not going to spoil who the 3rd one is if you haven't played Samurai Remnant. But too many Shimosa characters in Samurai Remnant might be a bit too much. So maybe that's probably why they didn't. And maybe in a DLC, maybe later. You'll probably steal the show from Musashi DLC. Yeah, no. If you didn't know that there is going to be future DLC, they did confirm. Koei Tecmo did confirm that there is going to be future DLC added into Samurai Remnant. Now, I don't know exactly what does that mean. Does that mean more stories? Does that mean additional characters, costumes? It could be a lot of different things. I'm hoping it's, of course, more playable characters and, you know, more story. Why not? I kind of want to see Kojiro for sure, but also, am I weird? I want to see an older Musashi too. Like, we see him in the cutscenes. We saw him in, I want to say Shimosa a little bit. I would like to see him playable. Like an older, you know, male Musashi would be pretty sick to see. I'd like to see real Musashi versus Kojiro as DLC. Yo, that'd be sick. That would be sick nasty. That would be sick nasty with the sauce. Alright, so I think we all are pretty unanimous with the fact that Muramasa is probably S tier. And now the last one, in my favorite one, personally my favorite Shirou. My favorite Shirou Emiya. And I think he's the first Shirou Emiya that I actually liked. Everyone else I'm pretty indifferent about. And I like certain things about the other Emiyas, but I think it wasn't until this Shirou that I was like, okay, you know what? This iteration Shirou is pretty sick. And if you have not given Prisma Ilia a chance because, oh, it's a bunch of little girls kissing each other and whatnot, I understand. You kind of got to push through it. Once you get to those later seasons or later chapters, if you read the manga, which, if you want to avoid as much ecchi with the lollies as possible, I would read the manga because the manga isn't as hardcore with it. The anime likes to go too far with it, I think. But the manga isn't that bad with it at all. Don't get me wrong, it's still there, but it's not a big focus, and they don't like zoom in too hard on it. But I would give it a watch just until you get to this bit where you're introduced to the most Chad Shirou there is, in my opinion. The most Chad, the most badass easily. I don't want to spoil what he does, just in case you haven't watched it for some reason. But I think he's easy S tier. Haven't seen. Oh, dude, you gotta watch it, bro. You have to at least watch the movie. The movie is a prequel to the entire anime series. And the only reason why I would recommend that is because you don't necessarily need prior Prisma Ilia knowledge to get the movie. And the movie follows this Shirou, and you see a lot of his badassery in that movie. At least that one. At least watch that movie. And if you don't care about the rest of the story, whatever. But The movie's S tier. Now, don't expect like UFO table level animation, but it's still good. It's still good. And I actually like his theme in the Emiya theme does return, by the way, and his theme in there. All right, so now the question is he better than Muramasa? I think if we want to be the like a pussy about it, we could say, oh, they're just equal, you know, they're just equal. But let's try to make it hard on ourselves. By the way, this Muramasa picture, the more I look at it, the more it just looks like Fujimaru, but that's just Takeuchi art. But besides the point, you'd say better. Oh, I don't know. See, if we want to be a pussy about it, we just make them equal. But you know, we gotta be a little bit more critical. For a studio that isn't UFO table, they still did really good. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. To me, this Shirou is more or less similar to the Heaven's Feel Shirou in terms of personality, but somehow better. I don't even know how to explain that, because I do like the Heaven's Feel Shirou too, for a lot of the same reasons. But this man just like the things he does, bro. The things he does. He's actually kind of a combination of Heaven's Feel Shirou and UBW Shirou. Now that I think about it. Now that I think about it, he's kind of a combination of the two in terms of like feats and what they're able to do. So he takes the best of both of those Shirou's and just like goes hard with it. Yeah, this Shirou does not fuck around. He definitely does not fuck around. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna be biased here. I'm gonna say he's a tad bit better than Muramasa, because okay, this is why this is my argument with this, right? This Shirou is 100% Shirou, right? He's 100% Emiya, whereas Muramasa, he is part Muramasa. He's not just Emiya. That's a sentence, right? That's a sentence. Like he's Muramasa in Shirou's body with some influence of Shirou, but he is, you know, like 50-ish% Muramasa, right? He is, a good percentage of him is still Muramasa. So can we really say that he's a top Shirou when he's not 100% Shirou? You know what I'm saying? Can you really do that? Can you really say that? Also, unlike Heaven's Feel Shirou, he didn't slack off on stream. That's true. Why is UBW at the bottom? UBW's third place technically. I wouldn't say he's bottom. Why is Heaven's Feel Shirou B below Fate and UBW? To be honest, I might see the problem is, am I really gonna do this? Oh, we have all three OG Shirou's plus Archer Emiya A tier. Then these two archers, I guess, in the bottom tier. Are really gonna do that? Oh my gosh. Well, there's no rule that says non-full Shirou's can surpass full ones. Nah, dude. Nah. I guess there's no rule, right? There's no rule. You really pulled out that Emiya quote on me. You really got me with that. Yo, favorite Emiya quote. Put it in the chat now. Favorite. Actually, that could be a fun one. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if that would be a fun one, because I don't know how well versed everyone is on Shirou quotes. I was about gonna restart the tier list, but it would be based on who has the best quotes. But I don't know. For example, even though this is my favorite Shirou, I don't know any quotes on the top of my head. Any quotes that's unique to him on the top of my head. So we're not gonna do that. Because again, I don't know everyone's quotes here. Maybe I should come back and find out later. Yeah, maybe. Is this tier list? Is this a good list? I feel my OCD is killing me right now, because we got 2 here, 3 here, 2 here, and then 1 here. I feel like I kind of want to make it 2 in each tier. Limit each tier to just 2 Shiros per tier. Which means somebody in the A tier has to go down. Oh, I don't know if we could do that though. That's kind of crazy, right? That's kind of crazy. Sorry, I just arrived and didn't know the conditions. To be honest, I don't even know the conditions myself, bro. Miyu Shiro has hardly any screen time in the Ilya show, but he's so badass. See, that's the thing about him too. Most of his screen time is in the movie and in like the final bits of like the latest season. Like he doesn't appear for like 90% of the entire series, but when he does appear, bro, like I remember when he first showed up, everybody was losing their mind saying that like, oh wow, Ilya just got her anime taken from her. Like Shiro's the true main character now. Like, but it's true though. If you watch it, you're like, yeah, that's true. That's true. No shot. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know much about Nameless too, so like I kind of want to put him here, and then knock one of these guys down. I don't know if that's. I don't know. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier, Sibsart, but for some reason this tier list doesn't include, like, for example, Cooking with Emiya, Shiro. It doesn't include Ilya's Shiro, who, for all intents and purposes, Ilya's Shiro would be D tier. He would be in the bottommost tier, and then the Cooking Emiya Shiro would probably be like, I don't know, B tier, if not high C tier, but just because all he does is cook, which, you know, that's great and all, like, you know, that's cool, but like literally all the other Shiros cook too, so like he's not unique in that regard. Cooking Emiya EX here, nah dude, we can't do that. Archer Emiya trying to make a singularity by killing his kid self, knock him down. No, the thing is, I can't knock Archer down. I just can't do that. Especially like seeing him in Heaven's Feel, seeing what he does there. I mean, that's just massive respect, bro. Massive respect to him, what he does there. And even in the original Fate route, the way he goes out there, it's pretty badass too. Damn. This might just be the final. This might just be the final list right here. So Shiro verse, or like Miyu verse Shiro up here. Muramasa either tied or a little bit below, just because again he's not fully Shiro, whatever. What can Fate route Emiya do without Saber? Ooh, that is kind of fair, because without Avalon he's just kind of a nerfed UBW Shiro, right? Am I wrong in saying that? Because if he didn't have Saber, he wouldn't have access to Avalon. In which case, all he really does is like trace, which Unlimited Blade Works Shiro does way better. That's a good point. Didn't even think about it like that. But then we could say the same thing with UBW Shiro. What would UBW Shiro do without Rin? Because without Rin, he wouldn't be able to sustain Unlimited Blade Works. At the same time, I think he would still be a little bit stronger than Fate Shiro. Just a little bit, just because he got more techniques down when he fought Archer, I think. I think UBW Shiro is the best of the Stay Night ones, if that helps. Yeah, I mean, I do like the Heaven's Feel Shiro a little bit more personality wise, but I think if we take everything into account, UBW Shiro is still probably goated as far as like the normal route Shiros. By the way, how many times did I say Shiro and Emiya this entire? This is crazy, dude. 51 minutes, and that's all I've said. The Stay Night Shiro even have his Unlimited Blade Works in that? No, he doesn't. What sets the three apart is obviously Heaven's Feel. Shiro has the big buff jack-off arm. Unlimited Blade Works Shiro obviously has Unlimited Blade Works, and then Fate Shiro just he has like a whacker version of like Trace, but he also has Avalon, so Avalon just hard carries. Yeah, if you take a shot every time I say Shirou, you're probably gonna die. Your entire family's probably gonna die too if they join in. In that case, does Heaven's Feel Shirou have Archer for his source of power? Oh, yeah. See, if we just start nerfing these guys, obviously, like these Shirous, obviously they're all gonna be whack. Because Fate Shirou without Avalon, whack. Unlimited Blade Works Shirou without Rin, whack. Heaven's Feel Shirou without the big jack-off arm. He's just an armless Shirou at that point, you know? He doesn't really do anything. Heaven's Feel Shirou versus Kid was cool though. No, that was a sick scene. You know? And it's cool that they did a callback to that with Goetia versus Fujiwara, which I didn't catch that the first time watching, and then when I really thought about it, I was like, oh, it's kind of like a callback to Kid versus Shirou. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is the final tier right here. I guess I'm happy with this. Emi Alter, just to recap, Emi Alter in the bottom, just because aside from Shinjuku and the Fate Extra CCC event, he doesn't really have much else to work with, and he just feels like a much more emo Archer, which, you know, he's already pretty emo as it is. I mean, he literally tries to kill himself. So it's like, it is what it is. Heaven's Feel Shirou, I do like him personality wise, but in terms of feats, in terms of what he's able to do, he's not the most impressive Shirou in my opinion. Maybe Nameless, like not much, like kind of like Emi Alter, not much to go off of, and he's more or less just the same as Archer, you know, whatever. Fate Emiya vanilla, you know, he deserves at least A tier just because he's the OG, bro. He started it all. Archer is a Chad, you know, he could cook. A lot of servants in Caldia look at him as someone to go to for advice, for wisdom and whatnot. He's kind of like the senpai of all the servants. Oh, well, not all of them, you know, I wouldn't say that, but a lot of servants. UBW Shirou, I mean, got Gil's respect towards the end. Got a piece of that defenseless ass. I mean, you can't beat that, bro. You can't beat that. Didn't Emiya Alter get some backstory in a manga or something? Which manga? Because if it's the extra CCC Seraph event, manga, it's more or less the same in the game. I think it's like a bit more fleshed out, but it's not too much. It's not too much to like bump him up a tier or anything. Who's actually the strongest Shirou, UBW or with Archer's arm? I said this earlier. I think in a longer fight, UBW Shirou probably destroys Heaven's Feel Shirou, but right off the jump, right off the gate, I think Heaven's Feel Shirou annihilates UBW Shirou. I think so. Because he's like a glass cannon, where he can only use his power like X amount of times before like his body gives up on him. Whereas Unlimited Blade Works Shirou, while he doesn't have as much firepower off the jump, if you give him setup, it's game over, bro. Depending on the route, Heaven's Feel Shirou almost beats Salter, right? Does he? I don't know, actually. Heaven's Feel Shirou but gets brain damage if it goes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The longer the fight goes on, the more Heaven's Feel, like, in terms of just like raw power, he's probably up there. Heaven's Feel Shirou is, but again, he's a glass cannon. The longer the fight goes on, the more of a disadvantage he'll be in, you know? And it doesn't take that long for him to be in a disadvantage. But yeah. But yeah. He does beat Salter and won anybody is brain damage. Yeah, see, that's not yeah, that's not, can you really call that a victory, bro? You know, you come out of it brain damage. I don't know. I don't know if that's I mean, probably the strongest of all these. All right, I'm gonna save this tier list. This is in terms of like a combination of different things: characters, personality, design, story. I think I'm pretty happy with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this. Why not? For myself. We're gonna reset this right now. Now we're gonna do a power tier list. I wasn't planning on doing this, but we're already talking about it. We're already talking. So this is different. We're not talking about character. We're not talking about you know, story or anything. We're just talking about like pure power. If all these Shiros were in a field together, who is coming out on top? Who's coming out on top? Who's winning? Jesus Christ. Well, okay. See, the thing is, Fate Shirou has Avalon, so he's tanking everything. He's tanking everything. I don't know if it might end in a stalemate where, like, yeah, he doesn't have as much firepower, but his defenses is absolutely cracked. All right, so put the servants at S. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue with that logic, you know. At the end of the day, they're servants, right? So this is how we're gonna start off with. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna work our way up. Because I think it makes sense to have the servants on the top. I'm sorry, I didn't put Muramasa on the top right off the jump, but if you've read or watched Prisma Ilya, you know he deserves S tier as a servant. You know, he's not a servant in the series, but he's servant level. He's servant level. Let's just say that. Doesn't Fate Shirou need Saber to use Avalon? Let's just say, for argument's sake, everyone here is at their peak performance. So, for argument's sake, the Fate Shirou here is contracted with Saber. Saber's not there to help him fight, but he is formally contracted with Saber, so he's able to utilize Avalon. Let's just say everyone's at their peak performance. Peak performance. They have all the resources they need. No outside help necessarily of like someone's gonna be there in person to help them fight, but for example, Rin already gave UBW Shirou some mana. You know, Fate Shirou has Saber, whatever. Okay, so if you've read Lostbelt 5, you know Muramasa is kind of cracked. You know he's kind of cracked. At least the alter ego Muramasa. I guess technically normal Muramasa wouldn't be able to do what alter ego Muramasa did, but again, we're talking about like in their peak performance. Like, I guess technically that would count. Lostbelt 6 Muramasa would have made it to Morgan's throne if he didn't get blamed. That's true. If Melusine wasn't there, if there wasn't like outside interference, there's a good chance Morgan would have got absolutely railed by Muramasa. Not like that though. I mean, if they want to get it on, I guess, whatever. But yeah, Muramasa was close to taking Morgan's head, so you gotta take that into account. Again, in the longer fight, I think Heaven's Feel Shirou might be B tier again. Just because in a longer fight, he's fucked against everyone else. He's not winning a fight against everyone else in a longer fight. Even at peak performance, after about a minute, he's gonna start like struggling. He's gonna start struggling a little bit. So I think I will put Heaven's Feel Shirou at the bottom tier again so far. Yeah, if you put someone else at B tier, he's gonna go lower and lower. But so far, that's where I would put him. Yeah, if he wasn't a glass cannon, if there was like no drawbacks to his brain and his body, he would probably be low S tier just because like his firepower is insane. Muramasa S because he's the only 5-star. Oh yeah, Miyu vs Shirou needs to be 5-star. Actually, I guess who would win between normal Archer Emiya and Emiya Alter? Because they're very similar, but the main difference, besides of course the elephant in their room, their appearance, the main difference between them is one uses dual blades, the other one uses dual guns. But I feel like Emiya Alter is able to use everything that normal Emiya is able to use as well. But who would win that fight? Unlimited Blade Works or Unlimited Lost Works? Like who's winning that fight? Oh Lord. See, if Emiya Alter shoots Archer, like it's game over. I think he's definitely winning that. Because Unlimited Lost Works is kind of cracked. Yeah, I don't know though. Alter, cause he's just that's true. He's technically a much more experienced, edgy, disgruntled Archer. So I could see him being a little bit stronger than Archer. That's true. Okay, wait. I think I might just, as strong as this Shirou is, I think against an actual full-powered servant, he might not have a chance. Because to be fair, everyone he fights in Prisma Ilia are not like full-blown servants. They're people who use, you know, servant abilities. If you've seen Prisma Ilia, you know what I'm talking about. So I feel like against like a full-blown servant, he might not be as powerful. He's still strong as shit though. I mean, if you miss the shots of Lost Works, I mean, how good is his aim though? I guess that's another question. How good is his aim? Are we going Heaven's Field Shirou before he did all the projections? Because Heaven's Field Shirou had only really gassed out after everything, like using Herc's sword and like 20 different projections. Yeah, I guess we're going before he did all the projections. Again, peak performance. Also, Alter willing to do things Archer probably wouldn't. Maybe. I mean, if they're fighting each other, I think they're both going to be bloodlusted. But I guess Emiya Alter would be a bit more aggressive than normal Archer, I guess. I think, see, the problem with Fate Shirou is that his defenses are cracked, but he's not winning a fight between, like, I don't think he deserves to be. He might be like low A tier, but he's stalemating Miyu versus Shirou. Like there's not gonna be a winner in that fight, because even though he has the defenses, I don't think he has the firepower to kill or defeat Miyu versus Shirou. I don't think that's happening. And at the same time, Miyu versus Shirou doesn't have anything to bypass Avalon. Not that there's really many things to bypass Avalon. So, and then if we just go up here, not saying that these servants up here have something to bypass Avalon, but they could probably subdue Fate Shirou a lot quicker than Miyu versus Shirou, at least in my opinion. Like tie him up or something. I don't know. How much energy does it take to use Avalon? I could be wrong, but isn't it just like always active? Like it doesn't really take. Well, actually, wait. I almost forgot that this was a thing. But doesn't Unlimited Blade Works Shirou also have Avalon, right? He does use it, I think, in this fight against Archer. I don't remember. I haven't seen Unlimited Blade Works in years, but I think there's a point where he does utilize a little bit of Avalon, but it's not at the same extent as Fate Shirou. Jesus Christ, I probably should have prepared a lot harder for this live stream, because I just don't remember anything. But I think he does. Yeah, I guess technically all Shirou's have Avalon inside of them, but what allows him to use it is his contract with Saber, right? And because Saber was near him, or like was watching the battle between him and Archer, he was able to use it. But Heaven's Field Shirou definitely does not have Avalon, because at that point in the story, Saber's no longer contracted with him. Saber got corrupted, you know, he can't. So Avalon's like dormant inside. Whereas in Unlimited Blade Works, you see a glimpse of it. And then of course the Fate route one just has unlimited uses of it. Oh god damn, bro. Fuck. That's crazy. Yeah, in Heaven's Feel it's dormant. It's like it's inside of him, but it ain't doing shit. It's inside, but it's flaccid. Yo, imagine like Archer Emiya with Avalon. That'd be so cracked. That'd be absolutely cracked. All right, so yeah, Nameless. We didn't really talk about him, but he's probably has the same feats as normal Archer. Wouldn't Miyu Shirou also have Avalon? No? Wait, would he? Because in that timeline, Kiritsugu still saves him, right? I think. Like, everything is so different in, like, Prisma Ilia in that timeline. Because Kiritsugu still adopts him, so presumably still saves him. I don't know, actually, but I mean, either way, he doesn't make use of it. To my knowledge, he doesn't make use of Avalon at all. So whether or not he has it, he doesn't make use of it. So it's neither here nor there type thing. Yeah, it's not fair. Murasa's too strong. Murasa too powerful, bro. Does the fourth Grail War happen in I want to say yeah. I want to say a variation of the war happened, but it's not the same one we see in like the normal fate routes. It's not the same one. Like, it's pretty ambiguous. They don't go too deep into it. All we could go off of is the fact that Kiritsugu is still there and he still adopts Shirou, so some variation of the war does happen. What's up, Josiah? How you doing? Oh, jeez. Yo, next week, should I do like a Sakura tier list or a Rin tier list? This is like low. I think those would be a little bit more fun. Because there's a bit more to work with. At least in my opinion. I think that would be fun. Actually, what should I do next week? I think everyone's going to say a Rin tier list though. Protagonist tier list. See, I thought about doing that. But the problem is, in certain fates, it's kind of muddled on who the main character is. It kind of depends on your perspective. Like, Strange Fate, for example. Like, who exactly is the main character there? Some people might say Gilgamesh, but like not really. Like, it's more like it's what's her name? The girl with the glasses. I don't know why I'm not remembering her name, but yeah. Do all of them, whichever you want first. Ayaka. I was gonna say Sayaka, and I was like, no, that's Madoka. I was gonna say Sayaka, and I was like, no, that's not right. Yeah, Ayaka. If no defined protagonist, skip it. I guess we could do that. I just think it would be fun to go in order. So like we're doing the Shirou tier list, and then we can move on to like Rin. Or maybe Saber. I think the Saber tier list would be a bit much though. That's a lot. That is a lot. Master tier list would get all Fate Pro tags. That's true, but it would also get a lot of like random masters that like we don't have much to go off of. Like a lot of the masters in Apocrypha, for example, the ones that were the original masters before Amaxa took, you know, the command seals. Like, do they count? Probably not. Oh, dude, a Gilgamesh tier. You know what? I don't even know why I didn't think about that. We might do a Gilgamesh tier list then. I would have to find like one online. Gilgamesh tier list would be crazy. That'd be crazy. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, this was the Shirou tier list live stream. I wasn't planning on this live stream to be too long. I did want to ask for you guys' advice real quick. So if you guys are caught up with JP. You guys know that there's a free 4-star ticket. Still have not picked who I wanted. So, I need advice, bro. I need someone's help. I guess since we did a Shirou tier list, you guys might say Emiya, but I'm not gonna do that. FGO ship tier list. No, everyone's gonna get mad at that one. That one's gonna be crazy. That one's gonna be crazy. Limited. Yeah, I gotta do it soon. We literally got only 2 days to pick a 4-star. So part of me kind of wants to do Caster Guild just because I want to get more servant coins and I want to 120 him. Like right now he's at 107, but what's stopping me from going further and further is the fact that I don't have servant coins. But at the same time, picking Caster Guild in a free 4-star ticket where I could pick limited and story locked characters, that's kind of silly. Especially since I could just get tweaked by him, which I already have in the past. Who don't you have? Let's see. I don't have Saber Altar, so that's automatically a really good one. Story lock servant. I don't have Frankenstein Saber, which I don't really, she's cool, but I don't really care for much. I have most of these 4-stars. I don't have. I'll be honest, I don't remember his name. Roland? Is that his name? I think it's Roland. If they included the 4-stars from this past year, it would have been an easy pick. But they didn't, so that's not the case. This dude I don't have. I don't quite remember his name. Yeah, Roland. Okay, I was right. The naked dude. I kind of want to pick Fujino just because I have her NP2 though, but getting her NP3 would be pretty sick nasty with the sauce. I don't know though. See, this is just why it's hard for me to choose. Like, do I choose Caster Guild for the serving coins, or do I arguably make the smarter decision and pick a character I just don't have? I don't know. It's a hard ass decision, dog. Stolfo, no, dude, not happening. Smart choice, new servant. I rolled Fujino on recent banner and went away too fast. Well, at least you got her. Congratulations. By the way, I forgot to ask. I mean, this is a gacha game, or like that would be probably like the first thing I would be asking. Like, how's everyone's gacha rolls this past month? Because I haven't streamed Grand Order in a month. So if you guys could update me on like where you guys at, if you guys have rolled. Because I did roll in NA a little bit off camera, not too much. I mainly just rolled for the Jackcraft Essence, which I did get. But didn't get Jack Malay, didn't get Zenobia, I'm probably going to save until next year. Probably not going to be rolling in NA for a long time. So if you guys are like, oh, where's the, where's the Jack Malay rolls, it's... I don't have a lot of quartz anymore because of Kama, so it's not happening. I really want the Jack C. Yeah, I was able to snag 2 of them craft essences. I actually got Ultra craft essences in the gacha, which is cool. I do want Jack Malay though, but I think I'll try going for her in like the New Year's banner or something for guaranteed SR. Oh, this is a good one too. Yo, she's a good choice too. Like when she came out last year, everyone was just like, "Damn, she rolling like that though." Like, nah, for real though. The glow up is legit. The glow up. You see, how do you go from this, petite, tiny, you know what I'm saying? And then like, damn, what's going on here, bro? What's going on here, bro? I don't have her. I don't think I do. Let me check. Do I have... What class is she again? Was she caster? I don't have her at all. Well, I still need... I forgot I have this guy. Yeah, I don't have her. I have the normal assassin version. Did you order anything from Right Stuff before they closed? No, actually, I heard that they did close, but no, I haven't ordered from them in a couple of years now. The only times I really went there was to get like exclusive stuff, which they haven't had exclusive stuff in a while, so at least stuff I wanted. I have Utsumiya Aris, which it's a good choice. She's a good choice. That's why it's difficult, man. This is difficult for me. Like, there's no one I badly want. That's the issue. There's no one I really super badly want. Get Summer Woo for the culture. I was tempted to get... Oh, yeah, that's... Who did you guys pick, actually? I pulled Mole and Zenobia and 3 multis and cried because that luck could have helped in my Van Gogh rolls. But why did you roll, though? Why did you roll, then? You should say for Van Gogh at that point, dog. But, I mean, congratulations, bro. Like, that's pretty cracked. That's pretty stack nasty, bro. Salter was a must. Got Salter on the one before. Yeah, this is a hard decision for me. Because they haven't done a free 4-star in a long time. And to include limited servants is pretty cracked. Oh, man. Salter gives a good amount of rank ups and interludes. Also, absolutely 0 bias here. That's crazy. They had 15% off sale, so I ordered the UBW 0. And woo, that's crazy. Like, damn, I'm jealous, bro. The only Blu-rays I have is Babylonia from Fate. That's the only one I have. Absolutely no bias there. That's crazy, Archplays. It's crazy. The homie Alex be splurging for real. Pick one of the Emiyas. Nah, I'm good, dude. I'm good. Normal Emiya's probably, I think, already MP5. Emiya Alter, don't really care much for. By the way, for those of you guys who played Remnant, just saying, I already know what I'm thinking, probably. If you guys have played Remnant, just saying. Sheesh. By the way, if you guys are just coming in, I did do the tier list already. This stream will be uploaded as a video afterwards. So if you guys want to see the tier list portion, then that will be uploaded. But this tier right here was based on power, not based on like character. But we did do like a character tier list earlier on. I still need to watch K&K, but I haven't found a place to watch or buy it. I think it's on Crunchyroll, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to get a subscription on Crunchyroll, or if you already have one. But trust me, you could find it online if you look hard enough. It's not that hard to find, in my opinion. It sucks now because the Crunchyroll website does not allow me to use my Japanese card. Really? You would think they would let you. I mean, it's Crunchyroll, one of the, you know, more popular official anime streaming websites, so that's kind of weird, but whatever. Salter's a class. See, the problem is if I pick somebody for meta and for gameplay reasons, unless they're a support servant, I'm only gonna have them NP1, which is kind of a problem. Whereas if it was like a support servant, you know, whatever, NP1, whatever. But Salter being meta, that sounds good on paper, but she's gonna be NP1. She's not really gonna do much for me if I already have like NP3 grailed Ibuki, for example. So that's why this is kind of difficult for your boy. A little bit difficult for your boy. I've tried Crunchyroll, but they had like 1 episode of it. Really? No, I'm pretty sure I watched all of it on there. Pick the mice girls. No, dude. You know what? Actually, wait. What NP level do I have Ushi Assassin? I think she's only NP1. Yeah, see, I clearly don't use her enough. She's only NP1. Ooh, fuck. And it's not like she's like meta or anything or like super insanely good. But I kind of want to pick her now. I want to pick her now, just upgrade her NP. And I do love her design, it's just I don't use her often. Get a new servant? You think that's the overall better decision? Okay. Yeah, so Summer Ushi got me sweating. Alright, you know what? I think the person I forgot who said it, but the person who said that Saber Alter has a lot of like interludes and strengthening quests that I could use to rack up more quartz. I think low key that's kind of a game changer. That's kind of a game changer because I could use more quartz. Why not? I could use more quartz. To be honest, I mean I have a lot. I'm not saying like, you know, I'm starving for quartz or anything, but from going from over 1,000 quartz to 500, you know, it's still a lot, but I kind of want to go back to my 1,000 quartz, you know what I'm saying? I kind of want to go back. Plus, you never know what they're going to drop next week because there's going to be a new event next week. There's also going to be the new ordeal call that's coming out somewhat soon. I don't know if they have a date for that. I've been off the grid, by the way, for the past month, just playing Samurai Remnant, so I don't know any of the official news as far as like Grand Order stuff goes. There's the Shinjuku outfit. That's true. That's goated with the sauce. That's goated with the sauce. Okay. You know what? I think I'll do that. And I do like her design. I do like her outfit. And I guess if at some point I upgrade her NP level, she is gonna be a monster in terms of like quests and whatnot. Being at NP1, she's still gonna hit hard, but am I really gonna use her over NP3 Grailed Ibuki? Probably not, but still, she's still an option. So, see, is she better though than any of the limited 4-stars? Let's take one last look at the limited 4-stars to make sure I'm not missing out on somebody that it's low key slept on. As far as like limited 4-stars go. Yeah, I don't really care about them. The archers, Fujino's kind of tempting. Fujino's really tempting. Anastasia's super tempting. I really like Anastasia's design. And she's hilarious in the summer event. Yeah, Summer Woo got me sweating too. I do have Fujino. She's NP2. Getting her to NP3 would be pretty sick nasty with the sauce. That's crazy. Oh, Cersei, I'll be real. I always liked Cersei, but after Samurai Remnant, she's kind of like I love using her. I didn't start using her until I watched my girlfriend start playing Samurai Remnant, and she started abusing one of Cersei's skills. And I was just like, low-key, she's kind of broken. At least in Samurai Remnant. So, and I like her digressions, her quest lines. She's pretty fun. Summer Woo's. Damn. Why did I have to look back? See, now that I'm looking back, I'm just second guessing myself. And Summer Ushi's still like a thing. Why did I have to go back? Oh, dude, it's so bad. So bad. Alright, you know what? Let's just pick Saber Alter. Fuck it. She has the most interludes. Her design's great. She has a good outfit. She is story locked, so she is a relatively rare servant. Probably not as rare as limited 4-stars, but still pretty rare, especially since I never roll in story banners. So like, the chances of me getting her like are pretty damn low. A lot of strengthening quests for quartz. Yeah, fuck it. Picking Saber Alter, screw it. Yes, I know and I gotta train her soon, or else he's not permanent, right? That's the whole thing. Yeah, free 4-stars are getting rare. Yeah, fuck it. We're going Saber Alter. Screw it. Like, there was no wrong choice. It was just hard to pick. She's in here, right? Okay. So I got my first Saber Alter. I don't have her across any of my like accounts, like both my JP accounts and in NA. I don't think I have her in NA. Actually, I might have her in NA. No, I do have her in NA, but still. All right, yeah, it is what it is. So that's my free 4-star. And yeah. We did do again, this stream will be uploaded as a video, so if you guys want to watch the tier list part again, or if you weren't here earlier, you could watch it. Why didn't you get the summon dialogue? That's a good question. I thought I was. Wait, don't tell me I already have her. If I already have her, that's the biggest fail of my life. If I already have her, I'm walking away. No, okay. For a second, I was like, wait, did I already have her? No, I don't. Okay. I was about to say, I don't think you get their summon dialogue until you train them and bond with them. I think that's like the prerequisite. As you can see, it says like temporary over here. In order to make them permanent, you have to train them, bond with them, and you know, that's how you make sure they're permanent. Oh, you're going to a Millie concert in 2 weeks? Yo, Archibald's jealous, bro. Jealous, dude. Yo, just saying, bro. The OGs, bro. Back in the Babylonia days. When I first heard her music, I was like, yeah, she's going places, bro. She's going places. Like, she's low-key, like, really, really good. And now she's done a bunch of endings and openings for a bunch of other shows. And now you're going to her concert, so it's crazy. It's crazy. The character development's real, so I'm really jealous because she's one of my favorite, like, new artists as far as, like, you know, Japanese music goes in the past couple of years. Like, low-key. I never owned her before on either account and always wanted her, so it was surprisingly easy choice for me. Oh shit. Alright, so next week I might do either a guild tier list, or I might just go up the ladder with like a Rin tier list or Saber tier list. We'll see. And I will be streaming the new event that will be coming out in JP in a couple of days. I think they will be doing a live stream on the 23rd, 24th, depending on where you live. But I will be doing that. I'm gonna try to get back on the grind. You know, Samurai Remnant, you know, I already played like 90% of the game. It's no longer taking my time as it did a couple weeks ago. So yeah. If you haven't played the game, you should probably play it. It's pretty good. Really like it. I like the Gilgamesh cutscenes the most, as you know. And I did post my reactions to the Gilgamesh cutscenes, so if you want to watch that, and then go right ahead. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the stream. I did the tier list. Again, this will be uploaded as a video afterwards, so if you guys want to rewatch the tier list part, whatever. I'm a little after you meet Musashi. Yeah, you're still early on in the game. I think you're still in chapter 1, if I'm not mistaken. Prologue, chapter 1 part. The shit doesn't start hitting the fan until the end of chapter 2, if not chapter 3. Chapter 3 is when stuff really starts getting really crazy. So I hope you're having fun, Archblades. Hope you're having a good time. It gets crazy, and there is multiple endings. So if you're like me and you found your first ending to be a little bit like, okay, that was a little bit lackluster somewhat, keep playing, because there's different endings depending on your choices and whatnot, and you might find more endings and more cutscenes to be more, I guess, satisfying to you, I guess. So yeah, just to make sure. Yeah, Tama Arias, freaking like, you know, the FBI sirens. You know, FBI didn't exist back then, but I can still hear the sirens every time I interact with her. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a couple days. I'll just keep an eye out for that live stream whenever that'll happen. And yeah, good luck in your gacha rolls if you're still rolling, still testing your luck. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens. Thank you guys for joining me, and yeah, goodbye. Don't forget to hit that like button, by the way, yeah, on your way out. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Yeah. Oh, I accidentally went full screen. Nope.